They monitor you in real time. They can give you conditional access to your funds. They can give you penalties for non-compliance. This exists today. Custom spending limits, automatic restrictions, behavioral incentives. In fact, it used to be before COVID, you couldn't buy over-the-counter medicine with an HSA. So there's this whole laundry list of what can I buy with my HSA? This is pre-tax money up to a certain amount, and it has all of these programmable features to it that can be controlled at the level of, you can only use this card at this place. You can only use Walgreens, but not CVS. You can only buy these kinds of items. You can only, you know what I mean? Like it's actually very, very granular. Well, that is programmable digital money that exists today. And I've talked about it before. I won't go into all of the details, but there's that Doconomy branded MasterCard with the UN that using the existing digital currency system that we have, there is a system in place that tracks your carbon usage. When your carbon usage hits a certain limit, it cuts off your ability to spend money using that card. So to be very clear, we don't need a blockchain. We don't need changes in the system at all. We don't need to pass laws to make the existing system that we have programmable. It's already highly programmable. In fact, even when you look at a basic process of buying a cup of coffee, everything that actually goes on, there are multiple things being hit, databases being hit, screening happening. I mean, you've probably all experienced, you travel somewhere and you go to use your debit card and it's shut off. But what is fraud prevention? Fraud prevention is a form of programmable money. And let's be realistic about this. These databases that these banks are using are either Oracle or Microsoft. People have been programming Oracle and Microsoft databases for decades. There are APIs and interfaces specifically to do the programming. So I say all this to say, because we're sitting here, these politicians will say, well, we have to protect American privacy, and we don't want this tight level of control over spending. We already have it. We already have it in a very significant way. And one thing I'm going to do after the article's release is I'm going to start sharing stories of all of these different examples, personal examples where people can start to see how actually programmed our money is, because we need to shift the mindset from CBDCs being something that we should prevent to understanding that CBDCs are something that we already have. So then the next one is, and the politicians love this one, it's all about surveillance.